This is A's TV announcer Chris Carey for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Welcome to Bay Area Sports Wrap from the Shark Tank here in downtown San Jose. I'm Marko Ukalovic alongside Ryan Leong, and it was kind of a laugher out there in the frozen, I don't know what you call that grass in Cleveland, but the San Francisco 49ers took care of business 26-8 this past Sunday, and they were supposed to do this. This was a team that they needed to beat despite the catastrophic injuries they have suffered. Again, you have a Cleveland team, that they were look good against the Raiders the week before, but everyone looks good against the Raiders. Okay? Shooter Sanders was everything we thought he was, and he proved that on Sunday against the 49ers defense. Again, depleted as it was, they really made him look like a rookie quarterback who was just truly making his second start of the year, and they were able to dominate them. Really, Sanders didn't do anything in that game. He had that one nice long pass for a touchdown. I believe it was about a 35-yard touchdown that they scored, and they did make it a little bit of a game. But then the second half came, the defense took over. The Niners offense also responded well with Brock Purdy doing a little bit of a dance there on his 1-yard rushing touchdown, which I don't even know what the heck that was.
I gotta watch that.
Yes, you have to watch that. He said that he was going to do this before the game. He told everyone, if I rush in, I'm going to do the dance, and something he's been promising for a while. He finally got his chance, so congratulations to Brock Purdy. And again, I don't even know what the heck that was, but it was funny watching him dance it. Again, you had the Browns that made 2 blunders on special teams. And then they had that one blunder going for it on 4th and 1 inside their own zone during a tush push, which I'm sorry, that just should only be allowed to do by the Philadelphia Eagles because they're the only ones that get it right. They fumbled that tush push. 4th and 1, the Niners recover. They go in and score on their ensuing drive. And that pretty much was the game, Ryan. And again, this was a team that the Niners, despite wherever the conditions were in Cleveland, we know it's a horrible city with horrible weather. Yeah. They still needed to go and take care of business, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, they played in a nice stadium at least because, they originally played in Cleveland Stadium, which was called the Mistake by the Lake. And then your team name is the Browns. I mean, I guess when you're crap, I guess it's kind of fitting, right? Hey, shout out to my friend Jeff, who's the big Browns guy. He lives in Arizona now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so this is for you, Jeff. I love you, man, but Browns, whatever. Going down. And shout out to Jen, his wife, too. So shout out to Jeff and Jen. So hope you guys are doing well in the desert. Look forward to seeing you guys next year for spring training, and we'll go to Oils Locos.
Yeah, there you go.
We went to Hooters, but we got to go to Oils Locos this time.
Nice.
So, yeah, looking forward to that.
Awesome.
I didn't get a chance to really watch this game. I didn't worry about it too much. I was basically just following the scoreboard because I was busy at Fan Expo. In fact, I'm going to post a photo right there. I got a photo with the guys from Happy Days.
Oh, nice.
That was cool. Yeah, I did a little team reunion for Happy Days. I got a photo with Potsie, the Fonz, and Ralph Malph. And if you don't like my photo, you can sit on it. No, anyway, so if you follow Happy Days, you remember what that saying was. And I tell you real quick, Marko, it was so cool. Because when I walked up to them and first thing I did is I showed them the sign and said, what do you guys think of this? And they all laughed when they saw it.
Nice.
And it had a smile on their face.
That's awesome.
Because the fact that someone will remember it and then bring a sign to put to have in the photo was really cool.
Awesome.
My buddy Dmitri, who he dressed up just like the Fonz. It's pretty cool. I asked him at first because he was wearing a V-neck black T-shirt, not the crew neck, which I wore. But he did have a leather jacket. It was very close to what they wore on Happy Days. And he even had black shoes to match.
Nice.
So the thing that was funny, though, is he accidentally bought 2 photo ops. He didn't realize that he only needed 1 photo op, okay, for the 2 of us. But since he had spent a ton of money, the only good news is we got 2 photos, right? We got two poses as a result.
That's good.
We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
So as I was saying, Marko, getting a chance to get a photo with those guys was so cool because apparently they've only met one other time, and it was with Ron Howard.
Oh, nice.
So this time he had a scheduling conflict. He couldn't make it. But so cool to have Potsie there with Ralph Malph and Fonzie. I tried to get a tagline for us, but it didn't happen. That's all good.
All good.
The fact that I got the sign was really cool, and it was just so cool to see those guys. And I really honestly thought that was the best photo op they had. I mean, yeah, you could get Doc Brown. He was there. Jennifer Claudia Wells was there, and you could pay a ton of money to have your photo with. But Doc is sitting in the DeLorean, not you. I should be sitting in the DeLorean. Doc should be standing next to whatever.
Right.
But anyway, fun experience. If you guys ever seen Happy Days, you'll really appreciate it. If you haven't seen Happy Days, you should go look it up on some clips on YouTube. It was a great show about America in the 1950s.
Right.
Anyway, what are we on to next, Marko?
I just want to finish up real quick with the 49ers because they now are going to go into their bye week this week. One of the last teams to get a bye in week 14. And then after that, they come back and host the Tennessee Titans, which if you ask me, Ryan, that's the second bye week because they are the worst team in the league. They've only won one game, and they really can rest a lot of their starters in that game, if you ask me. So again, the schedule has been very, very kind to the San Francisco 49ers, getting the Tennessee Titans before they get to the final 3 or 4, where they got some actually playoff teams coming up. So last good game, or easy game for the 49ers, and then after that, the schedule gets a little bit tougher. So we'll see if they can heal up some of their wounds this week and then come back in less than 2 weeks when they host the Tennessee Titans at Levi Stadium. So turning now to the San Jose Sharks, which we happen to be here again.
Hey, we're the
Shark Tank. Exactly.
Yeah. By the way, I love broadcasting our podcast from this area. This is like a handicap section on the penthouse level, but it's a very nice setup.
It really is. And they're playing the Utah Mammoth tonight, a team.
Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night, and the fact that they almost have the same record, they're identical, and the Sharks now are I believe a point away from the final playoff spot. If there were to happen today, there's a lot of hockey left, but the fact that they're even in this position right now, Ryan, just tells you how much they've grown up so far this season after that 0-4-2 start.
Absolutely, Marko. And the thing I'm noticing now is if you want to start splitting hairs, which I guess I'm doing, is how can the Sharks figure out a way to translate this to the road? They played pretty well on the road. They had a really bad game against Colorado, and they play a game against the Knights where they lost 4-3. So they're having some really close games still. But they are showing, again, that this place is becoming a very dangerous home ice advantage. And if this place gets filled up to enough fans, it's super loud here. I mean, this place, a lot of people in hockey consider this the closest that you can get to the old Chicago Stadium, which was called the Madhouse on Madison, because you were right over the ice and the sound just bounces everywhere. Well, in this place, same idea. The capacity here, I think, is 17,435. They've shortened it. They put in these fancy seats in the penthouse level and whatnot. So, but when this place is got going, I mean, I tell you, the vibe in here is amazing. And of course, the last 2 years, Marko, I know you were a little more dedicated than I was. They were really tough to watch the Sharks. But this year, ever since they had that rough start, they've gotten back on the winning track, and these games are exciting. And if the Sharks score any goals, and if they score first, it just becomes a place you want to be at.
Right, and they're healing up at the right time. Michael Misa and Jeff Skinner, both who have been out with injuries for the last couple weeks, are back on the ice. They're day-to-day from what Coach Ryan Rasharski has said earlier today after practice. And so they're going to be getting those guys back soon. And, of course, again, Mackin Celebrini and Will Smith, God, those guys are just on fire right now. And Smitty had 2 goals in the game and lost to Vegas. But it just goes to show you now he's finding the open areas and he's burying the puck now. Where last year he was maybe a little bit snake bit, maybe trying a little bit too hard. This year he's just letting the game come to him. He's easing into that flow. And with him and Mac, what a dynamic duo these guys have been coming now.
Yeah, I agree. No, it's really fun to watch. I still feel bad though for Will Smith. Every time he goes to let's say a Niner game or a Giants game with Mackin Celebrini, It's always like, here's Mackin Celebrini and unnamed person. Because he looks, I mean, it's funny because both these guys look like little kids still, right? I mean, they look so young. By the way, have you seen the video of where Mackin Celebrini and Will Smith are at a cafe somewhere?
Yes.
And this woman's kind of hitting on him and saying, "You guys are good-looking guys.
Yeah.
Tell me about you." And that's pretty funny.
I'm sorry. I thought that was very creepy because imagine if someone like me, an older guy, doing that to 2 teenage women, and we would get a bunch of crap for that. She gets celebrated. There's double standard going there, but at least they had fun with it, and I'll give them that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, they totally did. They totally had fun with it, and you're right. It is double standard, but hey, that's how life goes,
It's true. But we're looking forward to the game. Against the Mammoth. Hopefully Mac and Smith combine. If they get on the power play, they've been really doing well on the power play. So we'll see what happens. And then just real quick, as we get to the Golden State Warriors, who we got Splash Brothers 2.0 official. It happened today. Seth Curry is now a member of the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, wow.
He's fulfilled that 15th spot now on the roster. They had to wait for the whole stupid salary cap things that they have with all these different tiers of when you can sign someone. It's finally official. So Splash Brothers 2.0 is going to happen tomorrow night at Chase Center as they take on OKC, the defending NBA champions.
Right, but unfortunately he'll be playing without his brother because Steph Curry is got that injured quad. He's gonna be out for maybe, I don't know. They said a week, so he already missed the game on Saturday, right, against the Pelicans. So that means he's probably out until who knows. But anyway, that'd be cool to see Seth Curry there because he's a pretty good shooter in his own right. I mean, he's obviously not Steph, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to the fact that the game starts at 8 o'clock. Ugh.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to feed my radio network any post-game audio. I just got to take care of R.C. Davis and the radio network, or the Warriors radio network.
Right.
I think I said Raiders. The Warriors radio network. But yeah, those games, that's so late, man. That sucks. That's just, you shouldn't be starting basketball games at 8 o'clock at night. It's just absurd. But whatever. Hey, TV rules the roost, If they wanted to play this game that Marko and I are going to be at against the Mammoth, and they wanted to play it at 10 o'clock at night because, I don't know, for some reason they wanted to televise it at that time, TV rules, man. It's like whatever they want, they'll do it. In fact, the late Hank Greenwald once said for television, if they want to have a game at 2 in the morning, they would do it.
Yeah, that's very true. So there you go. Yeah, Steph Curry will be out probably another week or so, but it's good that they finally got his brother in the mix here, and hopefully the Warriors can do a little bit better against OKC than they did when they were over there about a month ago where they just got destroyed by them. But then again, who hasn't? Steve Kerr, head coach, said that. He goes, who hasn't been beat by OKC because they're just not great. There's no hangover for them this year, and they're just our team to be reckoned with. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, actually, I forgot. Let's close out on one more note, Marko. We just finished college football season.
Right.
We didn't exactly cover the teams that we worked with. We worked for a company called DV Sport, where we actually helped out with the tablets on the sidelines for the coaches. And so I was at Cal games pretty much for about 1/3 to 1/2 of the season. Marko was there for San Jose State. I'll give my thoughts real quick on Cal. Rough season for the Bears. They should have done better. What's weird, they got 7 wins, right? But they fired their head coach. And why is that? Because the Cal head coach, they got annihilated by the lame duck Stanford Cardinal, who eventually I'm sure will be good one day. And they got a new coach now in Tavita Pritchard. But they whooped the Bears' butts down on the farm. I think it was 31-10 was the final score.
So.
That's an embarrassment, okay? All these people showed up, and I mean a lot of people. I got to the tailgate that night. And I made it. I love my timing, Marko. I got there right in time for this huge photo. Maybe I'll post that too. This huge photo of all these folks at El Camino, or I think it was Palo Alto High School, rather. Palo Alto High School. And a huge group of us there. We tailgated. We had a great time, had some food and drink. And then I go to my Friendsgiving. Thank God I did, because that Cal game was just awful. Cal just embarrassed themselves. But then they come back the following week on Saturday and beat SMU, which was 21st ranked in the country. And JKS, I'm not going to pronounce his name. Go look up the Cal quarterback's name because he goes by JKS. Had a phenomenal game. I think he threw for 4 touchdowns.
Yes.
And Bears go on to win 38-35. They score a touchdown late in the fourth quarter, and then the SMU kicker misses a potential game-tying field goal with 3 seconds to go. So Cal is off to a bowl game, don't know where. And Marko helped set up Marko for DV Sport with San Jose State, as I'm wearing the Spartans starter jacket here. With pride. And so, Marko, your thoughts on how the Spartans did this year?
It was a very rough season for San Jose State. They ended the season, I believe, on a 4-game, maybe it's 3, but I think it was a 4-game losing streak. They finished the season 3-9 at the bottom of the Mountain West Conference. And it was a kind of a rebuilding type of year for this program. And they're going to experience some growing pains probably in another year, this next year or two as well. And well, look, it's just what it. The good news about at least what the season is that half the teams in the Mountain West Conference are going to the Pac-12 next year, which means there's not going to be a stiff competition for San Jose State going forward. And so that's something to build on. And again, look, there's programs, it's a mid-major program. They're not going to get the high recruits like the way a Cal or Stanford or the UCLAs and USCs are going to get. But these guys play hard. They never quit. And I did, appreciate and respect their effort. But again, when you finish 3-9, it's just one of those years where you just kind of forget about it. So, yeah, that was their season in a nutshell. Too many turnovers. That was the problem with them, is that they would get the ball driving and then boom. The turnover would just kill them, and their teams would capitalize, and that's why they end up 3-9, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, shout out to Erin Wilson. Of course, I know, Marko, you saw many a time at San Jose State. She's the in-game host for the Spartans of course, see Cron 4 sports anchor and reporter. And I give her a shout out because she helped me out with the microphone after the Monday Night Football game against Carolina, which I would not be able to do by myself. It is very hard to navigate a locker room. If you haven't seen it, watch my video post game with the Panthers and Niners. That's a headache. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. For Marko Ukalovic, I'm Ron Leong. We are reporting from the Shark Tank, and please stay tuned to Bay Area Sports Wrap for more videos, more fun taglines, more great podcasts from Marko and myself. And until then, we will see you next time.
Hi, I'm Erin Wilson from Cron 4, sports anchor and reporter and host of Red and Gold Zone, and you're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.